Media Girl here. Welcome to my YouTube live. Give me just a second. Let me get this pulled up on my computer so I can see comments and questions. As you tune in, please say hi in the chat box. Let me know where you're watching from, and we're going to have some fun today. So for anyone watching this later, this is a live video. So the whole point is for me to chit chat with people and have fun, answer questions, etc. It's not just a straight up tutorial video, so if that's what you're looking for, you're in the wrong place. Go watch a different video. If you're here live, welcome. Thanks for joining me. All right. Hey, Charming Giraffe. Hey, KKA. Hey, Joanne. Hey, Katie. So it was voted on that we would do embellishments on this video. I'm going to try a couple things that are kind of scaring me. I'm going to try a couple new things. We're going to be doing a sea turtle and a parrot. It's my story and I'm sticking to it. All right. Hello, hello. Thank you all for joining me. And if you guys are having a good time, feel free to do any super chats or super stickers. Everything helps, especially since I missed the last couple weeks of live videos. And sorry again about that. You know, moving and then got sick and it's been interesting. All right. So this one here screamed sea turtle to me. So that's what we're going to try on this. And then this one seemed to scream parrot for some reason. So that's what we're going to do on here. I might start with the easy one. I don't know which one's easy. We got Australia in the house, Georgia, Washington, India. Welcome, welcome. Becky, I moved my house, but with that comes a new studio as well. It's not done yet, though. That's been part of the whole stress, is the house and the studio. Long story short, we're supposed to be done May 1st, and very much we're not. So that put us into a very difficult and uncomfortable moving situation. I may or may not do a peacock, but not on either of these. If we have time, I have another canvas that I would do a peacock on. Yeah. Although I think a peacock would look fantastic on this one too. But I've already decided parrot, so we're going to go with that. Okay, I actually think for me that the parrot will be the easier one. So we're going to start with that. And it's going to be the little more colorful one as well. With the turtle, I'm going to utilize the background a lot. So in the slow process of doing a seascape mural, that's awesome. Those are fun. All right. I'm going to pretty much do red, yellow, and blue, I guess. Maybe some green. We need some green, huh? Yeah. All right. I'm totally using a reference picture for this. Full disclosure, because it's been a minute. So please hold. All right. So make sure I can see the chat box there. I'm going to paint this guy. I'm going to keep this simple. I'm not trying to do anything, you know, crazy, so. There we go. All right. Yeah, I need some green. All right, but let's go with some red. And I'm using Liquitex Basics. This is a cadmium red. I've got cadmium yellow, deep hue. I had primary colors that someone took them, so I'm just giving Veronica some crap.
They're literally right here.
And then I'm going to use some ultramarine blue, not because I think that's the best color, but that's just what I have here. I might lighten it up. Well, it's just a little dark, but the rest would be dark too. So, and I'm trying to decide if I want to pre-draw this or not. I think I'm just going to go for it. Okay, I'm going to adjust the camera. A little more down, a little more overhead here. And as we go, let me know if you have any questions. Let's zoom a little. Oop, why did I try that? Okay. By a little, I mean a lot. Close your eyes. Too late. Sorry. Okay. Let's start. Well, I do need green, huh? I don't know if I have green, but you know what makes green? Yellow and blue.
I do know that. You'll take your course.
Yeah. Take my color mixing course. Oh, you know what? I do have cyan here, which is a lighter one. I'm going to use this light blue, actually. I have cyan. It's more of a like turquoisey kind of color. And let's mix up a green with this blue over here. Okay. Well, that's not very pretty. It's more earthy blue and earthy yellow, but that's, so we get a more earthy green, as we just discussed in the, now the table looks sad in my course. Okay, that's fine. This, because it's also on the browner side. Aw, thanks, Robin. I'm gonna add a little bit of red to this green, and I'm gonna make the branch. So he's gonna be sitting on a branch. I'm just gonna have this go all the way across. I'm already regretting my placement. I can erase it though, luckily. Because I realized I don't want to put it so central. He's gonna be sitting too high. Okay. And I just used alcohol instead of water. That's okay. We're gonna go with it. It's gonna work out. All right. The good thing about these lives is you get to see all mistakes live. So we're gonna go all the way across over here. Parrot's gonna cover that up anyways, so I'm not too worried. Yeah, it does not look too green. I agree with you. So we may end up with a different color. That's okay. All right, now I like to take some white, and I'm gonna kind of just make the outline with this. That will kind of lighten it up anyways and make it so it's not competing with the background so much. So we're gonna have the head go over here. And we're gonna have the body come down here. The back down here. Aw, thanks, Veronica. Okay, that's gonna come over here, tail, and then the other tail part's gonna come down here. So I'm kind of just outlining it. You could do this with chalk or a marker or pencil or whatever. I just go for it with paint. No turning back. No takes backsies. And then his beak will go over here. His head's a little wonky. Back's gonna be a little more curved. So far, looks like some other kind of bird, not a parrot. I have faith though. I hope you guys do.
I do.
All right. As long as Veronica does, we got this.
I feel like a parrot is more in its colors than in its shape.
Yeah, that's true. Plus, like the shape of his beak and stuff, like once we get that in there, yeah. You know what I mean? It'll be definitely more. Yeah, it's the beak. I think that was really throwing that off mainly. Okay. Okay, good. So we've got kind of an outline here. And let's get started with our colors. So we're going to do red up here. Let me take a littler brush. I'm going to take this darker blue. Hey, Angela. And so for the beak, we'll have this kind of blocked off here. Hopefully I didn't go too far out on the beak yet, because that's got to curve down quite a bit. We'll come back to it. And because that white is still wet, we're going to, of course, get lighter versions of some colors here. So I may come back in a bit and add more to it. And we're not doing the most detailed drawing here either. We're keeping it pretty simple. Okay. Got some red there. Next, we'll go in with some yellow. And I intentionally wanted to use a bit of a deeper yellow for this. And here we're going to start getting in here with kind of some feathers. I may come back and outline it with kind of some black or something. That's going to come down here. So next would be green, I guess, but I don't want to use that ugly green. That green's just too much for me. So we're going to make a prettier green with this cyan. It's still an earthy yellow, but it's a prettier bright green. So there we go. Look at that. Yay! Success. Okay. This green's going to come down here. Kind of blends in a little bit with the background. And then blue. Colorful parrot. You could do a green parrot too if you wanted to. And then this other little kind of tail down here. Some blue and a new brush for the yellow. Okay. Cool. Yeah, so we pretty much have a parrot already. That's not bad. I felt like this might be the easier one. I'm going to use a little bit of this poopy green for the beak. I'm going to mix it with some blue so it comes out a little more teal-ish. And this is the part I'm a little worried about. The beak is so important. Plus, we need to have it not blend in with that background. So we have the top beak and then kind of a little beak down here. So I'm going to add a little white. I think I'm going to have to outline kind of with white on this instead of black. So that it stands out from the background because the background's darker. Hello, y'all. Welcome, welcome. Okay, what do you guys think so far? It's coming along, right? Definitely got to get some kind of feathers in there, which I have to kind of decide what I want to do to outline those feathers. And of course we have the eye. Let's see. I think I can add the eye kind of with that same color. So that's going to go around here. We'll do like an almond shape here. And I need black. I'll just do a black eye. So for that, I cheat. I just dip the back of my brush into the color and make a dot. Very simple. We'll come back to that and put a little bit of white on it in a little bit. But for now, there you go. Rhonda said, working on an eagle that's kicking your backside. I totally get that. Well, truth be told, so the next one we're going to do is a turtle, and I did do a kind of a little practice sample before the video, and it super didn't work out. So I had to change my intentions there. All right. Yeah, so I'm just going to take some of the white and kind of just feather with that a little bit. Keep in mind, all of these colors are still wet. We're not waiting in between layers or anything, which is going to add to the challenge just a little bit, and that's okay. And I do always reserve the right to change my mind and totally switch directions if I want to. Always, always, always reserve said right.
Don't want to do a parrot anymore.
Huh?
Do something completely different, not a parrot
No,
anymore.
we'll keep the parrot on here, but like instead of outlining with white, maybe I'll outline with black. Maybe that will look better, you know?
Tina asked, didn't you do turtles before for a friend?
Yeah, but that's different. Yeah, good question. So I did like just regular black, like silhouettes. This time I'm going to incorporate the turtle actually is like part of the painting's going to be his shell, you know? So it's going to be different, a little more detailed, I guess. Not super detailed, but typically I'm just going over a painting. Like here, I'm going over this painting, but the turtle's actually going to be part of the painting. Hopefully that answered that. All right, yeah, we're going to get a little black in here. That white's just not working for me. 700 brushes later. We'll need black anyways. All right, and the black, if anyone cares, is Soho Mars Black. I like the Mars Black, not Soho specifically, but just Mars Black in general because I think it's darker than like the ivory black. Hey, Jenny. Oh, a few notes while I have you all here before I forget. So first of all, there is an art auction going on Facebook, which ends tomorrow. So please go and get your bids in. We've got some really cool items. Veronica's grabbing the links for you as I speak. Next, we are doing a special with any beginner kit or like the acrylic pour beginners kit or deluxe beginners kit. You can get a couple free 4-ounce bottles of paint with that. So check that out. We'll get you the link. And then there are some new mystery colors, which you all need. I'm temporarily bringing back powder blue. We've got a new one here called Wisteria Shimmer. Very pretty. This is a fruit punch shimmer. It's like almost like a strawberry kind of color. And we do have oranges in this box as well. A metallic orange and then a regular orange. And there's a few others. So go get those. Okay. Hey, Maddie. All right, I just had a brush. I put it down. Here it is. Okay. All right, so let's try. I'm going to go in here. Yeah, I think this will definitely work out better. I might blend it a little bit into the yellow in a minute, but let's just start off with this. Not doing super detailed or anything, just getting kind of a feathered look into there. All right, and then the green. I need water. Brush. Yeah, exciting colors. All right. And down here in the blue, I'm going to use even less detail. This black is very thick. So that's kind of giving me a little run for my money, but that's okay. All right, this may not be the best thing ever in the world I've painted, but I think it's pretty awesome. Definitely enjoying it. Okay. I do regret my initial branch, but unless you were here with me, you probably can't even see it and you wouldn't know it was there. You know what I mean? So I'm not gonna worry too much about it. And I think it's always good to learn to roll with the punches, you know? I'm gonna make this a little bit lighter though, so it sticks out from that background a little bit more. Then I think we're pretty good on this guy. I'm pretty happy with him. You can, of course, do as much detail as you want, but sometimes it's nice to just keep it simple. Oh, thank you so much, Maddie. Appreciate it. Okay, Rhonda said, what is the heat resistance rating on your resin? It's like fine up to about 500 degrees, I would say. I do need to probably do like official sit down and put all these super hot things on it test. But yeah, it should be pretty good up to quite hot. Trying to work on the eye just a little bit here. I feel like this guy is really skinny. This guy has been on keto.
You got his best camera angle.
I did, right? This is his skinniest. Yeah, he's super cute. I'm very happy with it. Okay. I just want to add a little tiny white for the eye. And sometimes that little white makes all the difference, I think. Yeah, like it just gives it so much life. Okay, there we go, Mr. Parrot. Yep, just a baby. All right, so for the turtle, let me organize my life real quick. I guess this green might be good for the turtle. We don't know. I have decided, and I'm going to have to zoom back out, I know. So this is going to be the bottom, and the turtle is going to go here. Well, hold on. Zooming out. Close your eyes. Sorry, should have said that beforehand. Okay. Zooming in, then out, then in, then out. Now I'm uncertain. Nope. Yeah, okay. I may add some like sea coral or something down here because we've got this kind of just random white spot. That doesn't totally make sense with really anything. So I might just kind of add some sea coral there. We'll see. This, we're going to kind of play it by ear a little bit. We'll just get started and let it develop, okay? But this background here is going to basically be the shell of the turtle. So please hold.
Was that originally a swipe?
This one, yes, was originally a swipe. Correct. So weird on a big TV. Sorry. The zoom in and out. My bad. Okay. All right, let's try this. Let's try this. Not yet, Megan. Not yet. Testing's taking forever. Don't understand how some companies stay in business, but there's, I guess, a monopoly, you know? So no one else to take these things to get them tested any faster, unfortunately. Very soon. I definitely admire your persistence. All right. We are definitely going to outline this dude with white. We're going to just go for it. What's the worst that could happen? Don't answer that. It's rhetorical. All right. I'm going to water down my brush a little bit, and the only water I have here is like black water, but that's okay. All right, and he's going to be on the slightly bigger side. Where do I want him to go? Hold on. Maybe a smaller side. Maybe. But then I can't really put the, unless he's coming out of the, okay. He's going to go right here, we've decided. And he's going to be a little smaller than I initially anticipated. That's okay. So he's not going to be at any crazy angle. Just go with it, guys. Trust me. Just go with it. All right, I'm going to get some more water real quick. Please hold. That is too big. So water is definitely a good way to make your paint transparent, which is good, especially if you're making kind of adjustments. Yeah, maybe paper towel. Yeah. All right. Oh yeah, don't forget to thumbs up. All right, now water on a paper towel is a good eraser, just FYI. If your paint is not super cured, you could remove a little bit of it accidentally. I'm not super worried about it here. I'm being pretty gentle. And this also is creating, like I want to create a white outline without having such a harsh line. So I'm not totally erasing it, I'm just kind of blending it into there. There we go. Can you remember how you did this particular painting? Yeah, it was a swipe. It actually was on a Facebook Live if anyone wants to check it out. It was just a few days ago, right? Saturday? Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right, his head. His head's gonna come over here. Okay, obviously this arm is gonna go off the canvas because of where he is. And then the other arm is gonna come up over here. And they have big, whatever you want to call them, arms, fins. I don't really care. Just call them whatever you want. I'm sure there's an official word. If anyone here is like a zoologist or something, or just really knows sea turtles. I've been swimming with sea turtles, but flippers, there you go, flippers. Excellent. Oh yeah, this one was actually, I think, a triple swipe to be specific. Okay, good. And then we got the legs down here. This I'm kind of dodgy on. Maybe we'll just keep it simple. Please hold, need my eraser. Not super happy with this. You're gonna just go away. Totally, bye-bye. Sometimes I feel like I just try to get a little complicated and I'm like, that's just too much. Like, don't do that. All right. Okay, so overall we're pretty good here. Now I want the legs and stuff to stand out from the shell. So even though they are kind of patterned the same way, what I'm going to do is I'm going to just take some really watered down white. Don't worry, it's going to be even more than this. And I'm going to kind of just fill in these spots a little bit. So you'll still be able to really see through. But it'll stand out from the shell.
Can I read questions to you?
Oh, sure.
Did you wash the silicone off before embellishing, or does the silicone
No.
not affect like resin would?
I did not wash this at all. Yeah, I'm not planning on sealing this with resin. So you really don't need to wash it if you're not going to seal it with resin. Depending on the varnish you're using, I'm sure. But I am typically using just the Rust-Oleum spray enamel. And on that, you can actually go right over silicone and it's going to be fine. You may want to do 2 coats, but yeah. Not really an issue. Great question. I almost feel like I got caught for a second there. And I was like,
at least. Like, I don't like using silicone because I don't like the extra work. So it's
Yeah.
a good thing to know. Like, I can actually use it and not have the extra work.
Yeah, you don't really, I've almost never cleaned it when doing the spray sealer, just to be perfectly honest. With resin, you have to, absolutely. But with just like a spray sealer, not really a worry. Okay, so I like this. We need to give it a little bit more character. So I might do a little, maybe a little shading or something. I don't know. I'm just going to play around with it a little bit here. So this is kind of that dark sort of poopy green here. I don't really know what else to call it. Get that in there a little bit. Maybe even a tiny bit of black too, which because we've got so much white there, will just kind of turn gray. But we just want this to stand out. And give it maybe a little bit of depth. So keep in mind too, the shell is above his flippers, right? So the shell would, in theory, now if I'm not like really closely slammed with the sea turtles, but it would, in theory, add a little bit of shading onto his flippers, as we're calling them. I'm gonna put just a little bit here, not too much. It's a little easy to overdo it with the black. Yeah, shading definitely makes it pop, absolutely. And I'm really trying not to overdo it, trying not to cover up too much of the picture, you know? I want this to just be really light. Okay, all right, we've got that. Now, even though this is essentially his shell, I feel like I need to do a little bit more on there. Hopefully not regretfully. Hey Megan, I already answered that earlier, but just one more time. Not yet. Testing still being done. The last report I heard was 20 days. So we shall see. Okay. All right, so let's do, should maybe accentuate some of these white lines in here. I think that will be awesome. Yeah, it's a little worrisome here. I was very hesitant to do this. And I'm like, we're just accentuating this white. Hopefully, don't regret it. Of course, it's not as perfect as the turtle's actual shell, but we work with what we've got. I am making up a couple lines here too, but mostly just following the lines that are already there. What do you guys think? I think it's pretty good, especially for my first time ever like attempting to paint a turtle like this. Not bad, not bad. Okay, let's take a vote. Who thinks we should add some seaweed down here? Yay. Okay, I'm glad you guys like it. think that's pretty good. Okay, here I'm going to show you guys close up. I feel like he could definitely use some more details and maybe a little bit of adjustment. Like some things are probably a little too perfect. Like the outline of his shell is probably a little too perfect. Like it could definitely use a little bit of adjustment. But I think for what we've done here, it's pretty good. So let me just do a little bit more on his head here. Feels like his head kind of floats off into nothingness. Yeah. Megan. I have already answered twice. So not sure what's happening on your end. Maybe some technical difficulties with your computer or something. I don't know. But definitely already answered you. Okay. Add a little white up here. Give a little, make some of these lines just a little bit harsher. Contrast. Thanks, Maddie. Looks good. Seaweed would be too much. I don't necessarily disagree. Not super happy with the shapes of these legs. Yeah, I definitely feel like this could use more work. But overall, pretty happy with it. Yeah. So I'm sure I will do more work on definitely these back legs. I don't feel like they're that great. But I can't totally feel like what is throwing them off too much. I feel like it's more of an angle thing. Could be more of a shading thing. Yeah. I think I need to come back to it. That's going to be one that I'm going to kind of look at it from a distance and come back to it. And I do think I want to add a little bit of seaweed. We'll keep it simple though. I don't want to detract from the rest. It's already pretty busy, but I do want to cover up some of this down here. So I'm going to go, we are going to kind of keep that black here. This is just acrylic paint. I just don't, this kind of white down here, a little too annoying for me, I guess. All right. So we've got kind of a little bit of a ground here, I guess you could call it. And then I kind of do these sort of similar to the trees, except it's gonna just go up instead of going off to the side at all, really. You can, of course, use different colors. Negative space, I know, right? You guys know me so well. Okay. And I kind of initially envisioned the sea turtle kind of swimming out of this, you know? Making it very difficult for myself if I want to come back and work on that fin later, but that's okay.
Maybe that'll fix it.
Yeah, maybe. Just cover it up. Cover it up. Yeah, he's swimming in a kelp forest, exactly. I guess that is an idea. Just cover it up. Here's the thing, guys. Even at this stage, I'd be pretty scared of messing it up. And I might be like, ah, run away. But you can always, always fix it. Always, 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 okay? It may turn into a completely different painting later. That's okay. And you know what? Like, I could have done kind of layers on this ground, maybe a bit. Because there's a little more white than I anticipated. Which even with that, like let's say I want to do 2 layers of the ground here. So maybe this other layer back here is going to be more gray. Let's go ahead. I'm going to show you how I would add that in. I'm just going to pretend that other stuff isn't even there. And then we're going to put it back. So we're adding in background kind of over the foreground at this point. And then we can add even some gray kind of sea kelp out in the back there. Maybe a little less clear, but it's still there. Okay, and then we'll go back in here with just some black and we'll put back in our foreground here. And that's gonna cover up some of this. And we'll just have a little bits of that gray peeking out. So even with that, if you decide you want to add more of a background, even that's possible. Okay, little kelp forest there. Definitely not perfect, and this could use some more work, I'm sure. But that's about all I have the guts for right now. I'm going to have to kind of reevaluate, come back to this a little bit. I know I want to work on that tail area more of this turtle. I'm happy with his main shell, but the rest, and I'm pretty happy with his fin. I am. So the rest, I just need to work on it a little bit more. I need to reevaluate. Okay, so there's nothing wrong with setting it aside, coming back to it later. You know. Yeah, I like this section of the background for his shell. I think that was pretty good idea there. I need to make his shell also like a little less perfect because their shells aren't just perfectly round. Nothing's that perfect. So looks like a blue school of fish nibbling on the kelp. Yep. And we could have some more fish in there too, maybe. So I was definitely right that the parrot was a little easier for me. Super cute. And no, this is not definitely a step-by-step tutorial on how to do either of these. This was a, let's try it out, see what happens, and come along for the ride with me. Okay, so I'm sure we have some people that tuned in a little bit later. So I'm gonna just repeat a few things that I said earlier. And also, I really appreciate you guys joining me, okay? But long story short, we have an art auction on Facebook that is ending tomorrow. So make sure you get your bids in on that. We've got some really, really cool pieces. There is a special going on with the beginner's kits on my website. If you order any acrylic pouring basic beginner kit or deluxe beginner kit, you get 2 free 4-ounce paints with the kit, and that ends tomorrow night. So both of those end tomorrow. And then last announcement, there are some new mystery colors. So powder blue is technically not new, but I brought it back temporarily. Wisteria, this is a brand new color. It's super pretty. So these are very bright spring colors. And we've got some orange as well. Okay? Super fun. And then there's a few colors that aren't here as well. Yeah, so really fun colors in the mystery boxes. All right, any last minute questions before I sign off for today? Appreciate y'all joining me. And going once, going twice. Maddie, you're saying you do more black up here or on the parrot? I think both. But anyways. Oh, hey, Laura. Sorry we missed you. Oh, also one more real quick. I do have 2 classes coming up in Texas, okay? One in Dallas. You can just go to events, yeah. One in Dallas in July, which is going to be super awesome. And then one in Seguin in September, which is also going to be super awesome. Okay, the turtle. And both of those are kind of actually nearing closer to sold out. The Dallas one, there's more spots open for, but Seguin is filling up very quickly. So if you want to come learn from me in person, live and in person, and from other teachers that will be at either class, depending on the class, definitely come and join me, okay? Oh no, Jenny, hopefully you can come to Seguin. Let me know. Okay, guys, have a fantastic rest of your week. I'll see you later. Bye.